So I'm going against the popular plan for the FPL chip strategy towards the end of this season. I'm going to go free hit double game week 26, wild card in game week 28, free hit again in game week 30, and the bench boost later on. The popular plan seems to be get some players in for double game week 26, triple captain Mo Salah, free hit in 27 where there's a couple of blanks, maybe free hit again in game week 30, and then wild card and bench boost after game week 30. First up, I would not be triple captain in Mo Salah even if I could in double game week 26. Now, I've already used my triple captain chip on Antonio in the West Ham double game week, but I genuinely wouldn't captain or triple captain Mo Salah in this double game week 26. Why? Because Liverpool have got 6 games in just 17 days, and that includes Champions League and the Carabao Cup final. And he's just finished the AFCON, getting to the final and losing on penalties to his teammate Sadio Mane. I just cannot see him smashing out an AFCON competition where he's averaged something ridiculous like 106 minutes because Egypt kept going to extra time, plus 6 games in 17 days for Liverpool. I just cannot see it. And you need him for Champions League knockouts and League Cup finals more than you need him for both Norwich and Leeds. I think he can do damage. Of course he can. It's Mo Salah. Would I be thinking he's going to play both of those games in the double game week? No. And I feel as though there's more advantage in a free hit than in a bench boost or a triple captaincy. Now, for me, a bench boost and triple captaincy are thought of too highly in the FPL community when actually they're very unpredictable chips. Now, a bench boost is just you playing your worst players. Maybe it's a Foster on your bench or a Brownhill, for example. Now, if you've got a really fleshed out, thick squad, then a bench boost might be very appropriate for you and a really, really valuable chip. But most of the time, our benches don't have a lot of money on it. We usually advise to not have a lot of money sat every week on our benches. So actually, I feel as though a bench boost is often overvalued. And triple captaincy just feels like it's pot luck. You put it on the best player with the best double game week. For example, Mo Salah, Norwich and Leeds. But it's also the week where you're just hoping that is the specific time in the specific week where he goes big because you've gone triple down on him instead of the normal double captaincy. Even if I had all chips available, I would still free hit in double game week 26, or if I had lots of players in the double game week, I'd even potentially bench boost. That's because I feel as though having a full, for example, free hit game week 26, a full 11 players with a double game week, I think does outscore Mo Salah in the double game week, where I don't think he plays both of those games. A quick point on the free hit though, I think there are 2 kinds of managers. There's the attacking managers and the defending managers. So the attacking managers will go free hit all out on double game weeks. So they've got 11 players all doing double game weeks for 22 players in a single game week. And then I feel as though you've got the defending managers where they will maybe have a few players out for double game week 26, or maybe they've got 5 players double in, and then they'll free hit in 27 to defend to make sure they've got 11 players and not fielding something like 6. I'm personally going to be doing both because I'm attacking in game week 26 and I'm defending in game week 30. But funnily enough, I randomly got blocked by a big 20,000 plus account on Twitter, an FPL account that refused to discuss FPL, because my argument for this was when we only thought it might be 2 fixtures or 3 fixtures for game week 30, I thought, fantastic, perfect to free hit. It's full of players that I'm not going to have long term. I just want them for that 1 week. And they didn't understand that. They would say it's a waste of a free hit to use it when there's only 2 or 3 fixtures. But for me, that's still the amount of chances and potential you've got for points. People still need to earn points. There are still clean sheet points, assists, goals, bonus points, save points, whatever. Points are still there to be had. So if there was a massive blank in game week 30, say we only have 2 or 3 fixtures in game week 30, and people say it's not worth the free hit, I'm just going to field 4 or 5 players. If I'm sat there with 11 players in game week 30, I'm going to have more than double the amount of chances of potential points. And for some reason, this FPL account just called it absolute just said don't take it personal and blocked me, which I thought was absolutely outrageous. But that's why you've got 2 different kinds of managers. You've got the attackers and the defenders. Both have their merits, of course. I'm going to be doing both sides of the argument here, but I do feel as though free hit attack the double game week could outdo Mo Salah in a triple captaincy chip. But even if there was only 2 fixtures for game week 30, I would still free hit in game week 30, because if I've got 11 players out on the pitch and you're only cobbling together 2 or 3 players, I have so so much more potential. Even though it's the players in the game week are particularly great, you're only going to have them for one game week anyway. That's why I would attack game week 30 with a free hit, regardless of how few fixtures there are. Game week 27 then, I'm fine. I don't have to use anything. I'm going to have at least 13 or 14 players for that, so I don't have to use a chip. I'd rather use it to attack double game week 26. So wildcard 28, why not later? A popular choice is to wildcard after game week 30. I feel as though the later you leave a wildcard, the more of a waste it is. If you wildcard after, for example, game week 31, you're doing that and you're saving your wildcard just so you can bench boost. Like I said earlier, usually you don't have a lot of money sat on your bench. At the end of the season, you don't want to have a lot of money sat on your bench. So you're suffering for weeks. If I go in game week 28 wildcard and you go in game week 32 wildcard, I've got 4 weeks in hand having a stronger squad than you just so you can potentially have a better bench boost. But also, if I wildcard now and there's a big double in game week 33 or a big double in game week 35 or 36, I've got 5, 6, 7 weeks to prepare. And also, when I do my own wildcard, I'm going to have a mixture of good top quality players like Trent and Salah that don't have many games in hand and combine them with players from, I don't want to be disrespectful, but less quality teams like Burnley, for example. We all know how many games Burnley have got in hand. So if you wildcard earlier and you throw in a couple of players from Burnley, for example, you're already going to be well prepared to catch up to those late wildcarders who are saving their wildcard just to bench boost in 33 or 35 or game week 36. So I'm going to have time in hand having a stronger squad for 4 weeks. And then by the time we get to that big double where you want to bench boost, I'm going to still be in the running to bench boost with those wildcarders. The last advice I'm going to suggest to you guys for chip strategies is, of course, to play your own way. Don't copy. It's boring. You can take people's ideas. I'm giving you what I'm going to be doing and some suggestions and adapt it to your own style. I use the live FPL transfer planner because then you can choose what game week to look at and you can plan your transfers to get a visual look at what your squad will look like. So my plan right now might not work for you. I've got more than enough players for game week 27. I've said with a couple of free transfers, I'll have like 14 out of 15 playing for game week 27, but I only have maybe 3 or 4 double game week players for 26. You might be the opposite. So this plan might not work for you. This is free. It's not sponsored or anything like that. You can use lots of transfer planners. I would suggest you prepare and have a look at what plan is best for you. Don't just watch a content creator's video and copy them like for like, because they might have lots of players for game week 27 and 0 for double game week 26, and they might free hit in 26 like I am. Play it your own way. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, maybe leave a like and subscribe. If you disagree with my plan or you have your own version of what you're going to be doing with your chips, let me know in the comments below what you feel and think about that. Thank you for watching, guys, and as always, have a good one.